Okay, it's 7 o'clock, 4th of July, getting ready to start on our first cut of meat. We got these beef ribs from Wild Fork. I'm going to do the Chud's Barbecue Szechuan Pepper corned beef ribs. Here's the recipe here. I like to print them out, so that way they get wet. I don't have to have the phone on. It's just more accessible. And then what I do is I come up with the menu, which we have here. Got potato salad, cowboy caviar, mac and queso, and then bunch of different types of ribs, chicken, and tri-tip. So what I do is I figure out my times. People are coming around 2 o'clock, and then how long everything takes and what time things should go on at. And then I make my schedule based on that. So here we are. It's getting ready to be 7 a.m. First set of plate ribs on the smoker at 275. I'm going to take them. I'm going to unwrap them, pat them dry. Use some Worcestershire sauce as a to moisturize them, and then hit them with the spice blend and throw them on the smoker. So here's the ribs fully seasoned. I didn't trim anything. I'm going to put them in just the way they came out of the package. I put the Worcestershire sauce on, the seasoning, and now I'm going to put it in the smoker while it's still cold and let it come up to temp to 275, 300, and we'll let it go. So here they go in the smoker. This is controlled by a fireboard. Set it up to 275. And then we let it go. Okay, I'm going to start getting the El Patron up to temperature. I built a baby log cabin fire in here with some splits I have. Normally you would use charcoal, but I have a bunch of wood that I need to get rid of. I've had it for a long time, so I'm going to use this almost as a burn barrel. I'm going to set these off, let them get down to coals, and then I'll add splits and charcoal as needed. I want to look for a temperature of around 300 degrees for the back ribs, the tri-tip, and the chicken. Okay, so wood's burned down into coals. I'm going to spread it out. I'm going to then close up the smoker and let the temperature stabilize, see where we're looking, and then add more coals and wood as needed. Okay, we got the mop sauce simmering off, and now it's time to start on the Heath Ryals competition ribs. We're going to take the ribs out, dry them off, remove the membrane. Going to slather in yellow mustard, a light dusting of the garlic jalapeno rub, then the competition barbecue rub, and then the honey chipotle rub, and then we're going to let them sweat it out for about 15 minutes, and then we'll throw them in the smoker for about 2 to 2.5 hours until the bark has started to set. Okay, they're slathered in mustard. Now time to start dusting. Okay, the back side is done and it's time to flip. Okay, both sides are done. I'm going to let them sit, sweat it out for about 10 minutes, and then I'll throw them in the smoker at 275. Okay, it was close to 300, so I put the beef ribs on right there. Going to keep them at 300, probably bone side down for 2 hours, flip it for an hour, then turn it back over an hour later, and then I'll mop it with that mop sauce. And then to season it, I just use the Cosmo double pepper cow cover. But hot cow cover, they're all good seasonings, or you could just use salt and pepper. Okay, ribs are on, they're going in the smoker. Okay, so the bark's set up on the pork ribs. It's not smearing off anymore, so I'm going to take them off one at a time. Put the meat side down with butter bath from Heath Ryals, which is the powder mixed with apple juice, 3/4 cups per rack of ribs. The instructions are on the back of the bag. So here's the ribs. I'm going to turn them over. And we just pour butter on it, the wrap. Then we're going to wrap in foil and cook it until it's tender. Should probably be, hour and a half. So I had both of these meat side down for about the past hour. Now I'm going to hit them with the mop sauce. I'll do this about every 20 minutes or so until they're done. These back ribs, because they're tougher, I'm going to wrap them in some mop sauce and let them braise off so they get more tender. So I just put the tri-tips on. I'm going to cook to about 132 to carry over to about 138 degrees. That's how I like the tri-tip. And then to season it, I use this bullshit from Big Cock Ranch. It's delicious. So ribs are out, and I got 2 parts sweet, 1 part vinegar ratio of sauce. I'm going to sauce them and put them on for 15 minutes at 275, and they should be done. Okay, the ribs are done. These are the Szechuan peppercorn ribs, and I'm going to, instead of tallow, wrap them in this Szechuan chili crisp oil. And once they come down to temperature, I might hold them in the smoker at 160 as a warming chamber until people show up and are ready to eat. Okay, I put chicken halves on, and the beef ribs are done right there. I'm going to pull them off, throw them in the other smoker, set to 160 to hold them until people show up. So chicken's done, and I'm going to throw it in foil so we can serve it. Here's the tri-tip. I'm going to slice it, and we'll see what it looks like. Here's the brisket cutting against the grain. And so I'll slice it, put it in the pan for service. Here's the finished ribs. And now I'm going to cut them Hollywood style, where it's 1 bone, but you get 2 pieces of meat for each one. The best way to cut them is to turn them over and then cut them. Ribs are cut, resauced, and ready to be served. So here's the Hill Country beef ribs, getting ready to slice. And here you go, you can tell they're still juicy, they're not tight, and they're ready to be cut. So here's the back ribs. So you can tell they've been braising in the mop, and they are extremely tender. The meat just comes right off. So cut them, serve them, we're good to go. So here's the Szechuan beef ribs that were coated in the Fly-By Jing Szechuan chili crisp oil. And here they are cut, the Szechuan peppercorn ribs, and you can tell extremely juicy. And that concludes 4th of July.